Hey guys, Michael here, and I'm back to talk bricks. Today we're talking This Week in Bonus LEGO News, where every Saturday I bring you the LEGO stories you need to know. We've got another huge week with more sets coming for LEGO Marvel, LEGO Batman, and LEGO Star Wars, including the UCS Republic Gunship, plus which is the best Star Wars minifigure, and which LEGO Ideas projects are getting a second chance. And I'll kick off another round of the weekly giveaway. Just subscribe and leave a comment about this week's news. And of course, I'm back with LEGO deals from Amazon and across the web, so if you want to pick anything up to support the channel, there's links in the description below. First, over at Walmart, LEGO City Passenger Train is 20% off, and the Fire Helicopter Rescue is 43% off. From LEGO Hidden Side, we've got the Graveyard Mystery for 43% off. And from Trolls, we've got Poppy's Hot Air Balloon for 25% off. Next up, over at LEGO.com, you can get this free Carrot House promotional set with purchases over $60. Next, over at Target, they've got a bunch of sets for 20% off, including Minecraft, Creator, and City. And it looks like Amazon's price matching, which is awesome because it's the first time that many of these 2021 sets have ever hit 20%. So if you want to pick up these sets and more and support the channel, I've left links in the description below. Next up, we've got some new details of the upcoming Ultimate Collector Series Republic Gunship. This week, some members of fan media got to sit down with the LEGO Star Wars designers, and they learned some great tidbits about the set. First, the build will be based on the ship's appearance from Episode 2. It's estimated to be between 50 and 55 centimeters long, and likely just as wide with the wide wingspan. And as a point of reference, the Sandcrawler was about this length too. While of course much larger than the play-scale sets we've gotten, it's not quite minifigure scale. It's also said that the twin cockpits here are going to use that same cockpit piece from Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, but of course with the appropriate dark red printing. Surprisingly, the designers said that the minifigures are always a bonus for UCS sets, so I wouldn't expect more than 2. And sad for longtime fans, Jedi Bob will not be included. Next up, thanks to TalkBricks, we've got some news of an upcoming Star Wars gift with purchase, which is a mini Star Destroyer. This set is rumored to be kind of like the midi-scale Star Destroyer that you're seeing here, and the promo is said to come with Imperial Officer minifigure. This definitely sounds interesting, and I'm hoping that just like the Avengers Tower and Diagon Alley promos, that this one comes with an exclusive minifigure. Next up, thanks to TalkBricks, we've got more rumored details for Marvel 2021 summer sets and an all-new theme called the Infinity Saga, where they're dipping back into the history of the MCU. First up, we've got Black Panther Dragon Flyer, which depicts this ship that was featured in Black Panther and Avengers Endgame. And I think this unique ship would make a pretty cool build. And the set is set to include Black Panther, Shuri, and a Chitauri. And I'm hoping we'll get Shuri in her updated outfit. Next up, just like the 4+ SpiderMan set you see here, we're going to be getting another set, Captain America and Hydra Face-Off, which definitely makes me feel like they're going back to Avengers Age of Ultron for this set, which should include a Captain America minifigure and a Hydra agent. Next up, we're going back to the first Iron Man film with the Iron Man Monger Mayhem. The Monger armor should be brick built, kind of like the Hulkbuster builds we've gotten in the past, and I'm so excited they're going back to the first movie, which means we're finally getting the Mark III armor as a minifigure, plus Obadiah Stane and Pepper Potts. Next, we're going back to Endgame with Avengers Endgame Final Battle. This set is set to depict the Avengers compound, but should be smaller than the version that you see here. And instead of some of the unrelated vehicles we got in that set, we're going to be getting the brown van from Ant-Man. This set is set to include Iron Man Mark 85, plus Captain America and Thor with the long hair, so I'm hoping it's these versions. Scarlet Witch, Black Panther, a micro version of Ant-Man, and a Chitauri. Plus, instead of this Thanos with a helmet, we should finally be getting a helmetless version of the MCU Thanos, supposedly with a rotating head. Next up, we've got the Benatar, and even though we already got this ship in the Infinity War wave, this set is said to be $150 and a much larger detailed version. This set should also feature a black UCS style plaque, and I'm hoping it also comes with a detachable dropship. This set is set to include Star-Lord, Mantis, Rocket Raccoon, Teen Groot, Thor with the long hair, and a Chitauri. And again, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for some new outfits here. Next, we're also getting a small version of Thanos' ship, Sanctuary 2. This set should include Iron Man, hopefully a new version of Captain Marvel, and surprisingly, a minifigure version of Thanos. Next up, it's said to be a store exclusive, but we should be getting a version of Thor's house on New Asgard. And this set definitely reminds me of the store exclusive Doctor Strange Sanctum Sanctorum that we got before, and would likely feature a similar interior build with the couch and TV. This set is also rumored to finally give us our first minifigures for Korg and Meek, not to mention that version of Thor, where he kinda looks like the Big Lebowski. Overall, after a confusing wave of Endgame sets with minimal accuracy to the movies, this definitely feels like an amazing redemption for the LEGO Marvel line. But believe it or not, that's just the beginning for all the Marvel news, as we're going to be getting another large-scale Marvel set like the ones you see here. But this time, it's said to be a large-scale version of the Daily Bugle from Spider-Man. We don't know yet if it's based off of anything from the MCU or from the comics, but I am really excited because it's going to be far larger than the version that we got previously. And I almost imagine it looking like a modular building, like the police station you see here. The only minifigure that's rumored to come in the set just yet is the Venom minifigure, but I can't imagine imagine we won't get J. Jonah Jameson. Next up, there's also a rumor of another set coming from one of the Disney Plus series, which I have to imagine will be like one of these one-off sets that we've gotten for certain movies. While it's probably most likely going to be coming from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I wouldn't count WandaVision out just yet, as they may be getting this set quite after the show's release, just as we got this set from Civil War, as it revealed Spider-Man, and so they waited to release it. And speaking of Spider-Man, it's said that we should be getting a few sets from Spider-Man No Way Home. Plus, there's even more rumor details of the two sets coming from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The first set is the Escape from the Ten Rings, and the battle at the ancient village will include a large white and red dragon, plus Shang-Chi, Morris, Xiling, Wenwu, and Death Dealer. Next, for the helmet collection, we already know about the Carnage set and the previously leaked details of an upcoming Venom set. And while I'm definitely looking forward to the red and black symbiote, I can't wait for the Infinity Gauntlet that's coming too. That's right, there's going to be a brick-built version of the gauntlet on a similar stand, and featuring all 6 Infinity Stones. And finally, we're also getting that Marvel Advent Calendar similar to the Harry Potter one, but this one should feature some really cool surprises. Next, we've also got some new Batman rumors, including a new set featuring the classic 1960s Batmobile. The design for this version of the Batmobile is certainly iconic, and it's definitely a cheaper way to get it than in the classic Batman TV series Batcave, which came with a much higher price tag. And this definitely reminds me of Metalbeard's Sea Cow from the Lego Movie, where they had that coveted double-decker couch, which was then subsequently re-released in the double-decker couch set, making it available to more people. I'd have to imagine the set will include that classic version of Batman and even Robin, but I'm just hoping that we get another wacky 1960s Batman villain. And this is in addition to the helmet series Batman cowl that we should be getting too. Next up in Star Wars news, today kicks off the LEGO Star Wars Minifigure Madness Tournament. This tournament is the sequel to last year's Minifigure Madness, which pitted collectible minifigures against each other. But this time, it's all Star Wars minifigures, and they're divided up into 4 regions. There's the light side with our main heroes, and the dark side with some of the villains, plus the droids with everyone's favorite robots, and finally the slightly random allies and adversaries region. Here you can see all the first round matchups, and we're definitely going to lose some of our favorites here in the very first round. If you want to help determine these minifigures' fates and help get your favorites to the final round, you can vote every week on Twitter. So if you want to check it out, I've left a link in the description below. And speaking of supporting your favorites, the Bricklink Designer Program 2021 Invitational has kicked off. This time around, Bricklink has decided to give some of your favorite LEGO Ideas projects a second chance, as the designers of these rejected projects were invited to participate in the program, which could see these sets finally become a reality. From now through May 31st, we're in the pre-production portion of the program, where the Bricklink team is going to work with the designers to make sure that their designs are production ready. And those production ready projects then move on to the crowdfunding phase, where kind of like Kickstarter, you can support these projects by placing pre-orders. And then finally in September, those that were successfully crowdfunded will move into the production phase, where these exclusive sets will actually be made. As a longtime fan of LEGO Ideas projects, I'm super excited to see these designers get a second chance. And I'm personally excited to get my first chance to potentially get some of these sets. One interesting thing that stood out to me is that most of these projects don't seem to include any minifigures, so I'm curious if they'll stay that way. Though while I'm sure not all these projects will make it to that final production phase, I'm very excited to see what comes out of this program and hopefully pick up some cool sets. And if you want to take a closer look and provide feedback on any of the projects, I've left a link in the description below. And speaking of LEGO Ideas, there was one project hit 10,000 supporters on the platform this week, which is a 1-to-1 life-size violin build. It's clear to see the attention to detail from the designer, and it really does look like a violin, which is extremely noticeable considering how many curves a violin has. As of late, it definitely seems like LEGO's very interested in music-based sets, so I think this one could stand a pretty good chance, as it would make a really impressive display piece, but as always, we'll have to wait and see. Next up in LEGO VIP news, they've kicked off an all-new VIP sweepstakes where you can win an antique wooden LEGO elephant. As you may know, LEGO started its life as a wooden toy company, and you can see here one of those originals framed so beautifully. And in conjunction with the release of the Winnie the Pooh set, LEGO had 5 exclusive LEGO Winnie the Pooh art prints available. The prints themselves are super adorable, and they definitely combined the LEGO and Winnie the Pooh art styles. Though sadly, the LEGO Winnie the Pooh set sold out, and so did these VIP prints, which I'll admit is a little disappointing. So there you have it, folks. That was this week in bonus LEGO news, and to say that I'm excited about the new Marvel sets is a vast understatement. With all the sets based on the Infinity Saga on top of the sets for the new movies and TV shows, we may indeed be looking at one of the best Marvel waves ever. And that's all on on top of all the Batman and Star Wars sets that are coming soon. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up down below as it really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe because I'll be back next Saturday with even more LEGO news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think about all the stories? And which one are you most excited about? And now we've got this week's giveaway winner. Congratulations! And be sure to email me from the About page on my channel so we can coordinate about the prize. And if you want to enter this week's round, just leave me a comment about this week's news. You must be a subscriber to win. And definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks and have a good one! Hey guys, Michael here. Click to watch last week's video featuring more 2021 sets from Batman, Video, Marvel, and more. And don't forget to subscribe.